Greetings, this is Alvarel with a Speedplay of Prof. Snape and iKonaKona's Mega Golf course. I'm only going to be playing the last 18 holes out of 72 on this video. They're the most grueling holes, and I will admit I am not a golfer by any stretch of the imagination. But while I was waiting for my latest Aeronav video to upload, I figured I would try out this course, and I needed some more Prof. Snape video to fill in a future project, which you will hopefully find out about in a couple weeks. So this is the speed play of the holes. The reason I wanted to show this to you, A, is the course is very cool, very creative, but B, because I actually survived all the way to the end without dying. So take a look. Now this first hole, of course, has some antagonizing signs in front of it. I turned the lights on just so I could see what I was doing. It's probably cheating. But this is one of the first courses that really involve lava and jumping. I should say one of the first holes. And I felt like 4 strokes wasn't too bad. Of course, the signs in between each hole antagonize you further. Now this hole, you actually had to build yourself a bridge over to the tee before you could tackle this hole. And the hole itself was pretty straightforward. I often walk out onto the course just to take a look at where is the hole so I know where to aim. And then you have to build yourself a bridge from the hole, the second hole, to the third tee. And if you didn't bring enough blocks, which you were only allowed to bring 20, you've got to leave yourself a gap and jump for it at some point. Alright, the third hole is where it starts to get even more interesting. So this hole is the first one to include TNT and pressure plates. Don't know why there's a pig spawner there, except maybe to scare me. I was really proud of myself on this hole until I stepped on the pressure plate and realized the TNT wasn't actually connected to the redstone. So it was just something to psych you out. I still got a hole in 2. This hole, I'm not sure if you would count what I do here as cheating. That this is, I think, one of the only ones to include cactus. And I thought, well, the fence is the boundary, so why bother dealing with the cactus when I can just go around and take a few extra strokes? Because this was clearly about survival mode, not much about adventure mode. So I'm up to 14 total. Now this is my favorite part of the video. I thought I would goof around with some chickens. Boom. The chicken gets blown by the TNT while in midair. I thought that was hilarious. So this next hole was unexpectedly frustrating. And then I got lucky on that shot there. Now, of course, I can't be satisfied to just play. I've got to blow up the hole after I've finished it before I move on. This hole here, I think, was created before Mojang nerfed the TNT explosion. I think that was in 1.7, so that was actually quite easy now. And of course wouldn't be complete without a lever to blow up the previous hole. I happened to catch a cow in the explosion. I don't know if you saw it off to the upper left. I actually didn't even notice it while I was playing. This one's fairly straightforward. Up to 24 strokes. And that was a dead end with some TNT to scare the life out of you. So these map makers are obviously having a lot of fun with the players. This one's got an actual TNT trap. Again, I fairly narrowly avoided this one. I was pretty happy with the hole in 2. And then I thought I would blow it up, but the snowballs didn't trigger it, so it was all just another red herring. Taking a look at where the hole is. And there's 1 into the lava, 2 into lava. and the grass catches on fire, so I had to avoid that. I was thinking at this part while I was playing, like, oh, by the way, this is some sort of a little devil dog or something. I wasn't sure what it was actually, but the hole itself is really straightforward. No, I was thinking it'd be kind of interesting to make a mini golf course where we invite all different map makers to each make one hole and then combine them together into a kind of a terror course like this. They were nice enough to leave me some TNT after the hole was over. And I believe this is the only hole on the course that includes dispensers. That was a 3-stroke hole. And this may be one of my favorites. I was really quite impressed with my own jumping skills because I typically really stink at jumping puzzles. But for whatever reason, the mini golf aspect just made me a little more casual about it. And maybe because I wasn't so wound up, I actually succeeded in some of the jumping puzzles. Now, the other thing is, I'm not entirely sure if it's cheating or not. If your ball goes off the course into the rough and you just shoot again, do you have to add an extra stroke? I didn't do that. I just counted the number of strokes that I actually took. So maybe my score is actually a lot higher than what I recorded. And I wasn't sure if that sand was supposed to fall down if I hit that redstone trigger. But I think right there I must have hit it and nothing happened. Nothing blew up. So it seems like everything was pretty straightforward. And this one was pretty straightforward as well. So, watching the video now in retrospect, I'm like, well, I'm just looking like a guy who doesn't really know how to play golf that well. But I can tell you when I was playing it, I was having a great time. I thought I was doing really well. Now, this is the hardest hole by far, plainly because you can't see where your ball is once it's there in the fire. I don't think it melts snowballs, but this one was really tough. And then, of course, when you catch on fire, that makes it even tougher to not only see what you're doing, but try to shoot a golf ball into a hole. This is also when I realized, whoops, I have it on peaceful, so I probably won't die no matter what I do. But I just left it on peaceful at that point. This is the Peter Pan jump. So I threw my ball and I jumped. Oh, I know what happened. I threw a ball I accidentally fell and I threw one while I was falling and didn't realize it. So when I came down here, I had a second ball, so I counted that as 5 instead of 4. And this one was pretty much the last hole, I believe. A little more straightforward, although I missed the pressure plate. And boom. There goes the course. So if you haven't played mini golf, I would definitely suggest checking out this mega golf course. It's well built, it's creative, and I was really surprised at how much I enjoyed playing it.